Hello, this is Steve. I've got an update on the layout here. A few things I've been able to get done. Two of them have to do with wiring. The first is I've divided the layout into several power blocks, each with its own short circuit protection. And you can see under here is a board that I made with several circuits. Each one goes to a different district on the layout. They're all red now, which means the power is operating fine. If a short circuit happens in any of the 5 districts, you can see how I have them labeled. The red light will start to blink until the short circuit's resolved. So that took a little bit of work. It wasn't too terrible, really. I've taken the power for the layout to the DCC control and run it up overhead here and down to this area over here, and that's where I'm going to run the control unit from. That gets good reception for wireless, from the wireless handhelds from anywhere in the room. So we've gotten the layout done into the districts. But I've also got this double-sided staging yard totally wired up now. It's wired into, I believe, 7 different areas here on this control panel. Each switch controls a different siding with its own LED light. As you can see, so right for now I have the first 3 side tracks powered. You can do them at any way you want. The 4th one would be powered there. The last one with the locomotive sitting is powered now. And this would be the area that's powered with the roundhouse right here, with the 4 tracks. So I haven't really tested it yet. It grossly seems to work okay. We'll have to make sure everything functions properly with that panel, and that panel just slides in and out. The thing I'm real excited about is I've elected to start with some of the scenery, and scenery is something I kind of like, as is working on engines and structures and cars and so on. So I've decided to start on the 2nd deck on the right-handed side of the layout, where I had this Mainville viaduct. So I'm going to show you what we've done here. Basically now, I've gotten the scenery in here. And you can see that the color of the foliage, for the most part, matches the backdrop pretty well. So that is the Mainville viaduct. And from a little bit higher level here, and we have some fields, which I use static grass. I may put some farm animals in there. I've also scenic the Schumann Tunnel totally. As you can see from this, I'm holding the camera up high here. So the tunnel is fully scenic, with foliage and trees and ground cover. That's, I haven't ballasted the track yet, but we'll get there at some point. I'm gonna back up now, some more, and we then come to the big fill, known as the Ringtown Fill, and I've got that area scenicked in for the most part. You can see kind of how I've done that. I think it turned out pretty good. I got to put some water in the creek, epoxy water. So I'll start here and kind of come down like you were following a train. We go over the big fill here. We come along here around this mountainside to the Schumann Tunnel, and to the other side of the Schumann Tunnel here, and then to the Mainville Viaduct. So I've only done about that, what, 10 feet or so of track so far. And if I stand back, kind of looks like this. So far I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, scenery wise. I used pretty much standard techniques. I used commercial pine trees, some homemade pine trees. I used fiber fill, which I covered with leaf material. I used super trees, and I used lots of different types of ground covers from primarily Woodland Scenic. So that's pretty good for right now. Next, when I come up, and my goal is in the next several months, I'd like to get this portion of the upper deck done. So as I come along here, the next thing I'll probably do is this little village called Ringtown, and we'll have a little bit more kind of mountain scenery, and then I will do this lofty tunnel similar to the last one I did, and then we'll do the village of Lofty with the Y and the station. So like I said, I'd like to get this done maybe by the end of 2025 to get all this sections done. I don't think that should be too big of an ask, but certainly scenery does take time. So that's where we are right now. Eventually we'll get to this larger lower tunnel here, and I'm thinking actually about having a road and a farm scene up on the top of this mountain top, but we'll wait and see how that goes. So long way to go, but the scenery's kind of a fun thing to do, and kind of relaxing. So obviously we'll have a lot more electrical testing on this layout to make sure everything's running properly. I tested a number of the locomotives here this time, and the majority of them run pretty well. There's an issue in a couple of them as usual, so I'm going to have to take them home and troubleshoot them. I'm not clear what the issue is, primarily these two, but we'll try to get those fixed and kind of go from there. So thank you for watching.